My money, it build your country. Including urinating. They went through his books. They went through his wife's panties. Send him to El Salvador. He's always trying to get away from illegal migration. You can either stay in America, behave yourself, or you can leave America and go wherever you want to go. Your life is not in danger in South Africa. You should know that. Yeah, you should know. No. How much time do you think you should go to jail for tweeting?
Let me think. None.
Let's say you tweeted something and it was a little bit out of context. How much time in jail do you think you should be serving?
None. 0 time in jail.
Sticks and stones might hurt your bones, but your words will never hurt you?
It's not about words, man. It's a tweet. You're taking up space for somebody who's murdered in
Prisons are overcrowded.
Yeah. You're taking up space for somebody who's literally offed somebody.
Wait, prisons overcrowded. Crime in London is absolutely ridiculous. Crime all over the country is absolutely ridiculous. And your best use of the police is to storm into a 70-year-old former police constable's house and raid it. Which is essentially what it is. It was a raid. They went through his books. They went through his wife's panties.
Is this why they are increasing council tax?
I have no idea. But all the man said was basically someone tweeted something about Palestine, I think. And then he tweeted, next thing you know, they're going to be storming Heathrow for Jewish people.
I don't think you should be arrested for a tweet, man. I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Prisons are overcrowded. There's going to be a lot of paperwork for a tweet. A tweet someone can delete.
By the way, all he got was an apology.
That's all?
That's all he got was an apology.
Why did they do all that then?
I have no idea. It's Keir Starmer's reign. You know, it's like...
it's a tweet, man.
It's a tweet. And the thing was, it wasn't even like an offensive tweet. It was just like... He typed it as he thought it, which is what the majority of us do. By the way... guys, if the police are watching this, please don't send us to jail. I know that I, in particular,
am tweeting.
I say some crazy shit sometimes. Please don't send me to jail. They went through his books. We have a lot of books because obviously we're not illiterate. Well, the argument is always how free is free speech, isn't it?
Yeah, but free speech? What is free speech?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be censored every time I say something, then I don't have free speech.
So to what extent can your speech be free?
Okay, so if I said, if I saw something political and I said, you dirtbag, I'm going to get raided, aren't I? You're
going to get raided. Even if there was literally a bag of dirt in that tweet, in that image.
An emoji?
An emoji. and you said you dirtbag, referring to that bag of dirt. Literally, yeah. They'd be like, nah. We're not having it. We're not having
it. It's an emoji, man.
We're not having it.
It's not like I can control the emoji. It's not like emoji wasn't there.
We're not having the poo emoji. We're not having the aubergine emoji. We're not having the peach. We're not having none of it. You know what's crazy is, it's a fair question. How free is free speech? And we've covered this before during the riots. You remember during the riots when the Mandem were going around breaking stuff?
Yeah.
How free is free speech? I always believe that free speech is limited to the point where what you're saying doesn't entice people to cause harm. Like if you say, rally up the troops, we're going to parliament, we're going to burn it down. I think, okay, that's free speech, but you're being a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Please do not clip that. Do not clip that. There's context behind what I just said.
So if you write an indecent comment in this video, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble, boy.
They're going to come for you, man.
All the comments better be, I love you guys.
I'll just deny you, man. I don't know this person. I've never seen him before. All I saw was a text. You don't know the person. You never met them, but you arrest them. It's not like there's way bigger crimes.
And it's a former police constable.
And you know what's funny? They released these people.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they released them?
Yeah, they released some of these people. Yeah.
They didn't release the Twitter guys, did they?
Well, they held him for 8 hours, I think, in a cell. Yeah, they raided his house, went through his wife's underwear, did the whole shebang. It's a bit too much, man.
This country, man.
Like, if a 70-year-old ever said anything about me, I'd be like, what, 5 years left?
You see that? Hit it. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. 5 years left. Yeah.
But no, but that's absolutely crazy that you cannot say anything
You're muffled
anymore.
There's a muzzle.
And obviously, his tweet was taken out of context. Because if he had put like a couple of words in front of his tweet, they would have seen that he was actually siding with the other side as opposed to the other side. But let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say you woke up tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna be very honest, right? If you watch our podcast, you know I say things about Sadiq Khan. You know I say things about Priti Patel. Most recently, I said things about Tulip Siddiq, the anti-corruption minister who was found being corrupted, and she's still in parliament, by the way. I don't know how. I don't know how Tulip Siddiq is still in parliament.
Do you know what's funny? She's gonna get knighted.
Tulip Siddiq, yeah, because she's brown, obviously. Sadiq Khan is brown. It's like we're tired of knighting white people. Like knighting white people now is offensive. Let's just knight everyone who's knighthood. It means nothing. We've done so many episodes about this.
Do you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go to Sadiq Khan's tweet and tweet knighted.
Knighted. Oh, offensive.
Hey, go break down this door, man.
Yo, listen. I don't want none of that smoke. Yeah, I don't want none of that smoke. But the point is, are we not allowed to say things anymore?
No. It's done.
Give me your final thoughts on the 70-year-old being treated the way he was. Former constable, by the way. He works for the police, by the way.
Allow people to say what they want. If they're not there should be a degree or a level of crime you should arrest people on. It shouldn't be a tweet on a computer.
You know what's crazy is that there are resources. We're spending resources. Someone is being employed to go through Twitter and check out offensive messages.
Let me give you an example, right? What if, you're my bro, right? And then you offend me, and then I go on your phone, and I'm like, you dirt bag, yeah? And then send. Yeah? Do you know how smug and smiley I'll look when they come for you?
Oh, man.
I'll be like this. You better not mess with me next time.
I never said that. And they'll be like, yeah, sure you didn't.
I never did it. Well, a 70-year-old probably held his phone, never tweeted before. This guy's not born in Gen Z.
Bro, he didn't even get retweets, bro. He didn't even get like massive...
Nothing, no likes, no whatever.
Yeah, it's not like he's a Bella Danger tweeting something, bro. It's like, it's just a 70-year-old dude.
Bro, they're robbing people's phones on the street in broad daylight, yeah? They're knifing kids in broad daylight.
And these men got time to go.
They're shopping things in shops in broad daylight.
The high street is finished. And these men got time to bust through a 70-year-old's door.
For a tweet.
Bust through the door, bro.
I can't walk outside with my phone out. Yeah?
All right,
can you?
I can't. Let me
Those
give
are
you
my final thoughts, man.
My final thoughts are, all right, I understand free speech is free speech. And I understand that there's a certain degree to what you can say. And I believe that degree is, if you, like the example that I gave before, if you tell a group of people on Twitter, hey, let's get together, let's go to Reeves Corner, and let's burn down the furniture shop, I think you should go to prison for that.
Yeah, but what if it's a meme?
Yeah, if it's a meme, then we understand what a meme is, right? We understand what a meme is.
Yeah.
If it's me saying, oh, Manchester United is such a rubbish team, I hope their bus breaks down, you're going to come and arrest me because of that?
So what if the bus breaks down? What happens?
Yeah, what happens? Am I going to get arrested? Look, I speak about Sadiq Khan. I speak about
all
Tulip
the time.
Siddiq. I speak about Suella Braverman. I speak about Rishi Patel. I speak about Boris Johnson. I speak about Keir Starmer all the time.
Even Ari.
Yeah? Even Prince Harry. Yeah? Do not come and arrest me. I'm just speaking. I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not asking people to commit any violence. Those are my final thoughts.
Yeah, don't commit violence, but...
Speaking of violence, what's up with that boy, man?
Yo, that boy has a problem, you know.
Yo, Alex or Axel?
We need to bring him on, man.
The Doctor Who boy.
They need to allow us to go to the prison to interview this kid.
What's the name?
Something like that.
Yo, what is wrong with him, man? Now he's in prison, like, fighting and stuff, man.
That guy, yeah, he has an issue, a problem. I think it should be in solitary, yeah, where they get the key, lock it, give him his food, and that's it. Because this guy is out of hand.
And this is why prisons are overcrowded, because of waste man like him, bro.
Imagine you tweeted and they raided. What about him?
Send him to El Salvador.
Exactly. I agree.
Send him to... Axel is on a matting, bro.
Put him in those white shorts, white
on a
t-shirt.
matting, bruv.
Let him sit there with them gangsters, innit? He thinks he's a gangster.
Yeah, he thinks he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Bro, he's
like,
super skinny, yeah?
What did he do?
He looks malnutritioned.
You need to calm down, bro.
You need to calm down, fam. Just do your time.
There's no
bro.
need for it, man.
Just do your time.
Yeah? You're a kid, yeah? 15 years, 20 years. Well, he's not coming out anyway, because he did a brutal crime.
Yeah, that's where he deserves
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. You
Rascal.
deserve to be there. I was gonna say something, but I might get raided.
Giving African migrants a bad name, giving us a bad rap.
Do you think like if I tweeted like Rocco Brothers a duck bag, they'll arrest me?
Yeah, so imagine now we go on Twitter and we tweet something about him.
Yeah.
Are we going to get arrested? Are the
Yeah.
police going to storm through our place?
You might find us in the same prison as him.
Yo, don't put me in the same prison as Axel. That guy's off the hinges.
Yo,
man.
Axel's not human, bro. I actually think he's not human.
That guy's. Has he seen a therapist?
I don't know, bro. He will stab that therapist.
Days, bro.
That guy can't even. He attacked a guard. A guard. This is a guards. You know, they have the most intense job. Yeah, they just want to do their job, go home to their families. That's all.
You know the thing is, there's so much to live for in life. Like all this anger, it could be like directed in another way.
You know, if I was him, yeah, I'd start like a scheme of helping kids.
Bro, if I was him, I'd join the UFC, bro. I would join the UFC, bro. All that anger, bro, I'd become an MMA fighter, bro.
Yeah. Talk about these crimes. Talk with that. But you know what, yeah? Prisons are going through it, man.
Listen, the system is not built to handle this many, and we'll do this in the next show because the stats need to be put out there. This island, the concentration of the population in certain areas, it's not meant to be like that at all. And so prisons are overcrowded. Yeah, prisons are overcrowded, bruv. There's all sorts of people in prison. It's just not on, bruv. And then the sentencing is so light.
It's so
It is
rubbish.
so like. Do you remember the beginning of the year? What did we do? We started releasing people from prison.
Yep.
People forget we were releasing people from prison to make space for other people in prison.
Do you know how many years?
Which other country does that?
Exactly.
Which other country goes, oh, you're here for 5 years, but we'll release you because we don't have enough space in here? Which other country does that?
Well, they're using
Not the United States of America,
not the El Salvador.
not El Salvador.
Do you know what they're doing to prisons in El Salvador?
Bruv, they're building more, fam.
Bruv, those prisons are next level, bro.
Yo.
You're not running from that.
Oh,
You're
my
not escaping,
days.
bro.
Yo.
Yeah, they're not letting them out. They'd rather squeeze you in a little confinement thing than let you out, bro.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. So, and you know some man need to go to jail. Some man need to be rehabilitated, bruv.
There's something wrong with this country, man.
This island is too small, man. It's too small. We got a problem, bruv. To the point where the prisons are full. Are you kidding me?
But what doesn't make sense is you're going after a Twitter guy, and this murder is released, yeah, and they don't even get 25 to life. They get like 13, 12 years, 10 years, yeah, just a little bit, yeah, unless they get a whole life order. So a whole life order is you don't come out, but you have murderers who come out and re-murders and then goes back in. So what was the point of releasing a guy?
It's dumb. It's dumb. So we're talking about building new prisons, right? And watch the amount of corruption that's going to go on. Funds are going to go missing. Contractors are going to be paid. The same with the housing. You remember the housing? We've got money allocated for housing and money's gone missing. Same thing with this prison that we're building. Same thing. And it's going to be the worst prison ever. It's going to be like moldy. It's going to be rubbish, bro. It's not going to be like one of them old school prisons. Nah, man. It's going to be like a new build prison with new build prison stuff. It's finished, man.
Yeah, but it's the same with this the immigration system. Do you reckon that's the fault of just having too many immigrants?
No, I believe, and I hate talking about immigration, but I believe that legal migration should always be a thing. We should always be allowed to give people the opportunity to come here legally.
You wouldn't have vibe talkers.
You wouldn't have us, you would have vibe talkers, but also you wouldn't have doctors, qualified doctors at the NHS. You wouldn't have so many people that are really, really talented that come here the right way and just go about their life, right? The problem is, whenever he talks, he's always trying to get away from illegal migration. Always when he talks, he's trying to avoid the conversation around illegal migration. Like, bro, just let's do something about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's do something about it. 5 million on hotels per day? Wagwan.
Well, he just announced new terms for immigrants, return hubs. Yeah. So what he does is getting deals with different countries and building structures there that are safe. So if you'll get rejected here as an asylum seeker, you get sent to a return hub in a certain country, and they'll process you from there.
I've not looked at the details, but isn't that just Rwanda 2.0?
It definitely is. But the thing is, he's saying that a lot of immigrants or a lot of asylum seekers who are rejected, they kind of find ways of getting into the system through loopholes. They call them loopholes. Different things you could do to stay in the country while you're being rejected, blah, blah, blah. So if you get them to these countries, you can still process, but they're out of the country. But it is Rwanda, like you said, too. So
And-
why don't they just do Rwanda?
Why did they just do Rwanda? Oh, because it's in Africa. That's why. It's in Africa. Yeah.
But Rwanda was ready.
Yo, Rwanda, stay ready. Matter of fact, Donald Trump is going to be sending some people to Rwanda.
Yo, man like JT,
Yo, Trump is a boss, man.
he's on it, bro.
Trump is such a
He's
boss,
on
man.
smoke. He's flying, bro.
You know what irritates me so much, yeah, is that in the UK we act as though we have to go through so many filters, sections, people, courts, whatever.
They call it red tape.
Red tape, just so we can get rid of one person who touched a 14-year-old boy. In America,
You're
the
gone.
Honorable President Donald J. Trump, he doesn't play that.
He's a big fan of Joe Trump. So
He-
some of us here are not really a big
Listen.
fan, but he is.
He doesn't play that. You're going to El Salvador, you're going to Mexico, you're going to Venezuela, you're going to Rwanda. Kalas.
Yeah.
No discussion.
Yeah.
You can either stay in America, behave yourself, or you can leave America and go wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Trump says a lot of dumb stuff, but he's doing something.
Imagine if Keir Starmer said, look, enough with the illegal boat crossings.
Yeah.
Everyone who comes here, we're sending you to Rwanda.
Easy.
Imagine that.
Tomorrow, ship them. But you know what would happen? If he says that, the Conservatives will come out and say, oh, that was our scheme. What are you trying to do? Da, da, da. You're the Prime Minister.
Look,
Give an order.
I don't care whose scheme it is. We're doing it for the benefit of the country.
Period.
Yeah. The problem is everybody wants a little pat on the back.
Yeah.
Enough. You don't need a pat on the back. You're grown adults. Yeah. Let's just put together a plan. Yeah. And then say, look, everyone who's coming here illegally, because there are people that come here legally.
Legally.
Let's do illegally, right? Bro, Rwanda, Albania, Greece, wherever the hubs are, we don't care. Just Fort sec, man. White South Africans are claiming to be refugees. White South Africans have arrived in America, about 50 of them, claiming to be refugees. Now, I grew up in that area, and I have something very... You're not running away... You're not running away from... How can I put this? Your life is not in danger in South Africa. You're just running away from South Africa. That's all it is. Your life is not in danger, bro. Like, if you're a white person in South Africa...
Sorry
yeah?
for laughing.
Yeah, if you're a white person in South Africa, you're good, fam. You're kushti, bro. Yeah? No one cares, bro. Everyone listens to Amapiano. Everyone supports Kaiser Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Super Sports, whatever the hell it is, bro. Yeah? Everyone's Sundown United. Everyone's chill, bro.
What is the richest country in Africa?
Bro. Oh, no, Kenya's overtaken South Africa, no?
Is it?
I think Kenya's overtaken.
Okay, top 5.
Yeah, South Africa is definitely in top 5.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
In like 52 countries or something.
Definitely, yeah. Coincidence? Elon Musk?
Yeah?
Coincidence?
Where's he from?
Yeah, he's a white South African.
Okay, so this group of people, yeah?
Yeah, the refugees, bro.
Anyway, you guys, if you're watching this and you're a refugee from South Africa, go back to your country.
It's mad. It's mad because it's like, I don't know how this came about. I thought it was a joke initially.
Are they asylum seekers?
Yeah, they're refugees, bro. They're asylum seekers, bro.
Are they going to get sent to Rwanda?
Nah, they're gonna stay in the United States.
Hey.
They're gonna stay in the United States.
So-
And I told my friend from LA, I was like, keep them, bro.
But what's the risk?
There's no risk.
So if they're asylum seekers and there's no risk,
I don't know how the
What's
refugees.
going on?
Like, what are they running from in South Africa? I have no idea. But you know what? Keep them.
yeah,
Keep the Afrikaners, yeah?
I don't know, man.
Keep
I
them.
don't know
bro.
what they're running away from.
Keep them, bro. More Buruvos for the rest of us. Keep them. I don't get it, bro.
If you're running away from South Africa and you're seeking asylum, please tell us. Go in the comments, write us an email. Come on, let's talk to you. We want to know what is wrong
And you know
in
what?
South Africa.
I've said this so many times, and I've said this for the longest time, yeah? White South Africans can always claim asylum any way they want. I've said this for the longest time. I remember one time there was a group of them that went to Australia claiming asylum in Australia. I remember that vividly, bruv. So it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but you were never in danger, bro.
The Africans are coming, bro.
They were never in danger. They were never ever in danger. And by the way, America's a whole different game to South Africa, man. America's a whole different game, my guy.
Yeah,
but,
well,
you know,
America accepted them in open arms, man.
yeah,
Just go back to your country, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad the black South Africans don't get the same.
I know, right? I'm black.
Yeah.
And I'm from South Africa.
Yeah.
I want to come to America.
I'm black and I'm from South Africa and I want to come to America and yeah. No. We only take white. We only take the white one. Only the white ones here. Only
Yeah.
white.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey,
Get this one.
hey, get out of here, man. Courtesy of Elon Musk. And by the way, I love Elon, but man, this is so blatant.
Yeah,
man.
Elon, you're the man, bro. But
This is
come
so
on.
blatant, man. You know? So, Puff Daddy is being accused of a couple of things: human trafficking and all sorts of nasty allegations. You can Google it, right? No cameras allowed in the courtroom, no video allowed in the courtroom. So basically, people are going there, they're coming out, and they're giving us their feedback. So some of the detail might be a little bit off, but we can all pretty much agree that everyone has more or less the same bit of information. So let's do this. Cassie was his girlfriend. He met her when she was 19. We all know it. And he promised her a 10-year record deal. She obviously, you know, this is the guy who was with Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Black
Producer.
Rob, G. Depp,
Yeah.
Bad Boy for Life.
Bad boy.
Yeah. Mark Curry, big timer.
Yeah, bro.
Right? As a 19-year-old girl, I'm not a 19-year-old girl. I don't know how this works. But as a 19-year-old girl, she's starstruck. She's, there's a lot of stardom.
Bro, it's like beating Tom Cruise, bro.
It's like meeting. It's like meeting white Jesus. Yeah, not black Jesus. White Jesus.
Not
yeah?
black Jesus. Not the woolly hair one. Yeah, God.
Black Jesus is in South Africa. White Jesus is in America. There's different. Yeah, but basically, she's 19. She's naive and she's taken by, everything about him and his stardom. And one thing leads to another. They become a couple, and this is where things get a little bit crazy. So the courtroom heard that at one point a male escort appeared at the property during Cassie's birthday, and he was told to perform. We're going to keep it very PG friendly, but he was told to perform bodily.
FOs.
Yeah, Puff Daddy would sit in the corner, and then he would watch Cassie with another man.
Yeah.
Basically, is what would happen.
Yeah.
And then he enjoyed that. So after that was done, he Puff Daddy would then join in.
Yeah, it'll take the pleasure.
He would take the play, yeah. And so I think what they're basically arguing, or what they're basically talking about, is consent. If she didn't like it, why didn't she leave? She was too young. She didn't understand. She's also too young. She doesn't understand jealousy quite well. Her emotions are all over the place. She kind of likes the guy. She likes him a lot. It's this thing where she stays because she thinks it's a one-off, but the one-off then turns into a regular thing. She's only had one album and she's got one mixtape, and that's about it for Cassie, man. I mean, you guys can go online, you can watch the video where she's running around in the hotel. By the way, that video of her running away in the hotel, that was one of those freak-off nights. That was one of those freak-off nights. So basically, he would get people in the room with Cassie, and they would do mad stuff that we can't say on here, but use your imagination, yeah. And I think Cassie felt mad uncomfortable, including urinating. She would get urinated on.
This reminds me of the certain guy who's already behind bars.
Kells?
Kels.
Free Kells, man.
Yo.
Free Kells. But yeah, in that video, she kind of runs away from the hotel, and then he grabs her and he drags her back in.
What's the essence of this? I don't get it. So they arrest this guy on suspicion of racketeering,
Racketeering, human trafficking.
human trafficking. The whole case for now is all about Cassie,
Yes.
and the whole session in court is all about what she's gone through.
Yes.
So are they building a case, or is this it? Is this what we got?
So what we're trying to establish is he's a violent person.
Well, that we saw the video.
Yeah, but we need to put emphasis on it because the jury need to believe that he's a violent person.
Okay.
We need to believe that he's a sexual deviant.
Well, he is, because we found 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Right, but
And apparently there's some photos that were shown.
There's
in court.
photos,
Yeah.
there's videos. They took screenshots of the videos of Cassie.
Yeah.
They showed them in court.
Multiple celebrities on interviews say,
Multiple celebrities have confirmed. So we're trying to build him as a really, really nasty guy.
yeah,
Yeah, a really, really horrible guy. So this is the beginning. We'll just build him up to be a really, really nasty guy, nasty person.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it will kind of just flow into it. And then the jury will be like, you know what? We've heard that this guy lets other people piss on his missus. All of this other stuff might be true. And then guilty, man.
well, the thing is there's other witnesses.
Yeah, other witnesses are going
So
to
it's
come.
not just Cassie.
Yeah, so far we've had Cassie, we've had the male escort, the one who peed on her.
Yeah.
We're going to have a couple of more afterwards.
But I think why they're using Cassie is because she's been with him closely for a long time.
Yeah.
And of course, they want to establish that over 10 years he's been doing. Imagine being that for 10 years, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot, but how good at manipulating people are you to the point where you're manipulating her for 10 years?
Yeah, but you know this phenomenon about people who do AB, you know, whatever. The partners don't really leave. They think they can save that person or blah, blah, blah. And also humiliation.
So this is
Apparently he was holding.
what the defense is
Videos.
arguing, is that if she wanted to leave, why didn't she leave?
Yeah.
They were arguing that. And the truth is, I think she was enjoying she was enjoying everything about the lifestyle
Apart from
that.
And she could just check out in that part.
And I think when you balance it out,
Yeah.
you go, that sucks, but everything else is pretty much cool.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget, she had like a 10 album deal and she only had one. So,
It's mad.
baby girl was waiting for the next album, man.
But in court, she said that every time she tried to leave, he would, what do they call it? What do they call that? What's the word? When he would threaten her with releasing footage or pictures or other things. So it's in that manipulation.
That's what we're trying to establish.
Yeah, because
That's what we're trying
if you're like, yo, Lenny, I gotta go, oh, look at this.
Because that's blackmail, right? In a way, it's a lot darker than R. Kelly's one. Because R. Kelly's one, it was just some grown women in their 50s saying that back when they were like 21.
Chaos.
Yeah, he put them in a dungeon. But this is like stuff that we saw in real time, you know? At least our generation.
Yo, Diddy,
Saw it in real time.
before the things came out, I was like, yeah, Diddy's the guy, bro. There's something wrong with Hollywood, man. Something creepy about that place, bro.
There's something wrong with a man with a lot of power.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yeah, a man with a lot of power is a very, very dangerous
Because
man.
Harvey Weinstein. Who else? What's that guy? What's that guy who used to take people to the island?
Epstein.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these men are rich, billionaires
Powerful.
in Hollywood,
Yeah.
in the music industry.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of power.
You know what's crazy is that now that you mentioned that CCTV footage was from 2016.
16.
So that means that
So
he bribed the hotel.
almost a decade.
Yeah, he bribed the hotel to not release it.
Yeah.
come on.
Probably you bought like a bag of
Yeah,
100 grand.
yeah, and then like that's what power does. Power means you can go to a hotel and be like, "Hey, you know that footage? Say you lost it.
It's probably nothing to them.
Say you lost
100
it.
grand.
Jeez, man.
To a man who makes about 100 million a year, 100
Come
grand
on.
is nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But let's find out because this is an interesting case and I think more dark stuff is coming. I think this is just heated up, man.
I think we're gonna cover it
I
every
think
week.
it's simmering, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cover
uh,
it. You think Diddy did it?
That's a good one, bro. Say that again.
You think Diddy did it?
You did it, bruv.
It's absolute power, bro. And she was only 19, so I guess it's a little bit. Yo, this is the thing about it as well. I don't believe in women's intuition. I don't
Really?
believe women mature faster than men. I don't believe none of that.
They probably do, but she was starstruck. You made this valid point.
Bro, I'm starstruck. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see Mariah Carey and she starts pissing on me, I'll be like, bruv.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
what I mean.
I get you Mariah Carey, yeah, but
don't piss on me.
toilets that way.
Yeah, also, I wanted to talk about this phenomenon happening in Asian countries where people go over there thinking they can do whatever they want.
My money, it build your country.
What's going on, bro?
You know, when I was in Thailand, I saw a lot of foreigners getting away with stupid shit. And I saw a lot of Thai people letting them get away with stupid shit. I don't know if it's because we're still recovering from the financial breakdown of COVID, the lockdown. I don't know. But the amount of stupid shit that I saw when I was there, Phuket in particular. Oh my God, when I was in Phuket, the amount of tourism shit that I saw, guys were being disrespectful to locals, fighting. Yo, Phuket was chaos, bruv. Phuket didn't even feel like Thailand, bruv. Every time you looked, right, it was like it's tourist central. It is tourist central, bruv. You know, like the way Bali is just a bunch of white dudes.
Well, Bali's taking over. Bali's now.
You know, Bali's just white people.
Bali's just gentrified, bro.
yo, gentrified the shit out of Bali,
it's
yo.
gentrified plus, bro.
Bro, and then the locals can't afford to go to the gyms and stuff. Yo, gentrified the fuck out of Bali, bruv.
Yeah, Bali. Yeah, Indonesia. You need to do something about this because it's no longer your place,
Bro, and that's
it's
the thing
taking over, bro.
That's the thing that puts me off about going to Bali. I don't want to go to Bali, bro.
Yeah, but why would you go if you're going to find the same stuff here? The only difference is weather.
Yeah.
You're just going to find the same. Your mate. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, where you from? I'm from the UK, man. Oh, what do you do,
you're
man?
right, yeah. Yeah, Bali, you know.
Yeah, I do e-com, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thailand is so full of cheap tourists, bro. Cheap tourists. I'm talking about the Mandem, yeah. Listen, if you go to Pattaya, the Mandem are sleeping on the beach. They're not even booking hotels. They're getting mats and they're sleeping on the beach to avoid paying for hotels, just so that they can use their money for like women and alcohol and food and whatever it is. And I'm just like, yo, you lot, man, what's going on, bro? Yeah. What's going on, bro? You know? Or it's like a tourist being disrespectful. He's basically in the Philippines. He was being disrespectful in the Philippines, and now he's going to a Philippines prison.
And that you don't want to go to that prison.
You don't want to go to that
HMP,
prison, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to go to.
You don't want to go to that prison. But what if even Johnny Somali? Johnny Somali was where? Japan or Korea? I forgot where it was.
I think Korea.
Korea. Yeah, Johnny Somali is going away for a long time, fam.
They don't play around. Bro.
Yeah, all in the name of content. Yeah. Shut up, man. Anyway, what else you got to say, bro?
Nah, bro, I'm done now.
That's it.
Come on.
I'll get my tea.